So, growing up, your dad's a like really well-known musician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I born into music. My dad is like he says, but I can't say that.
I'll say it for you.
You can't.
He's basically Israeli Elvis. We were like, listen, and we were skeptical. We're like, if J Balvin could do it, it would be pretty lit, just saying. And he actually liked it, and it actually happened. He just heard the song, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and he did it.
It's like God touched. He's God and he touched me.
I'm not God. Not God. Hashtag I'm not God.
I can't explain that, I swear.
Thank you.
This is how you do it. This is how you interview people. You come and you know already.
Thank you, guys.
I think it's the best questions that I ever heard.
No,
you were ever asked.
Oh, thank you. Hi, this is Lauren Engel. Today I'm here with Static and Ben.
What's up? Israeli gang.
Israeli gang.
So you're actually born in Haifa, right?
In Haifa, right.
Yeah. But you were adopted at an early age, right?
Right, when I was 4 months old.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
You did good research. That's good research right there.
But what kind of, were your parents musical people or?
No, not at all actually. My parents are scientists.
Oh.
So, yeah, so not at all, not even remotely close.
Where do you think you got your creative side from?
I have no idea. I mean, my parents did always like nurture my art, so they always were like into letting me listen to music. They took me to concerts, like classical music and stuff. We always had music playing in the house, so I guess probably from there.
And what kind of music outside of classical did they play in the house?
In the house, it was like my dad loves the American oldies, like Frank Sinatra, Beatles. That's what he jams to, so that was my childhood basically.
And what kind of music did you start out listening to when you first found music yourself?
When I started to listen to music, it was rap.
Oh,
like
really?
That's the first type of music that I actually liked the genre. Actually, I remember 50 Cent being one of the biggest.
Oh, wow.
Back in the day, like when that was 2000 and I think 2 or 3. So 50 Cent was like the bomb. I think he still is, but then he was really rocking it.
And then you already started doing instruments when you were really young.
Right, I used to play the piano when I was young, and then I started playing guitar, classic guitar, and then electric guitar. But then when I held the mic for the first time, I fell in love, you know?
Oh.
It's like a different type of music.
But then were you recording yourself, or were you just singing by yourself, or did you? But you were performing,
it started like
right?
no, not performing. It started off like with a friend in school. He used to beatbox for me, and I used to freestyle. And then I came in touch with like a few other like local, upcoming young rappers, and then we started like jamming together and recording together, and even performing together. But like, you know, the little like festival things that you do for free just so you could like put your music out there. So that kind of stuff.
So was it a group of people that you were?
It was like a band. We were a trio actually.
Oh, were you putting music out, like original music?
Yeah.
No, we
always. It was never covers or stuff like that. Always original music.
How old were you at this point?
15, 16.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what did your parents think about you doing music?
Wow, my dad thought I'm insane. He was like, this is not a job. This is not a way to make a living. This can never happen. Go study, be a lawyer. Like, he was sure it was a phase, basically.
But you knew from the onset that you wanted to do music full time.
I knew that I wanted to, but I didn't really believe it could happen.
Because you didn't really know anyone around you who were musicians, or?
True, and like, you know, you're a kid with a dream. You don't even think that big. You don't think about, you're 16, you don't think about life. Like, will I make a living? Will I, you know, all your estimates. You don't understand what money is, what living alone is, what rent is, what paying bills is. So you're like in your own world. You just want to do what you love.
Did you have other options that you were thinking about, or was it just like, I
had a couple.
Yeah.
I want to work actually with diamonds.
Oh, wow.
Really wanted to be a jeweler. Like, there was a point where I really wanted to do it, and there was a point where I basically quit music. I was like 24, and I was like, you know what, Dad, you're right. I messed up. I need to find a better job, so I went to the university to study economics and international relationships.
What was the turning point when you were 24 that you wanted to quit?
I always told myself, listen, if I don't make it till 25, I quit. And it was pretty close. I mean, it was when I started, it was 24. I mean, I was like, my thought was, this isn't going anywhere. Because nothing happened, no progress at all. You're doing this for like almost 10 years already. You're not making money off it, and you're not getting famous. Nothing's happening.
Were you already meeting producers at that point to work with?
I already knew a lot. Like by the time I was 24, I already had like collaborations with big rappers in Israel.
Yeah.
I mean, in the rap scene, I was already known, but I just couldn't break that glass wall, you know?
Mm-hmm. Israel. We rap, you the top, bro.
Thank you.
And then, so what happened after you went to college?
So I went to uni, and then one of my friends, he was a big DJ, he told me, listen, Stat, I want to make a song. And I was like, you know what, why not? Because I used to be a club promoter before I started studying, so I had a little money like stashed in my room behind like the bookcase. I remember what it was. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. I have like a little money, I'm gonna use it all on this. I don't mind, I quit anyways, but let's give it one last shot. And that was actually a reggaeton single, and that's where my career really started. I mean, that was the first single that made me money, that made me famous. I mean, that was the beginning of me as an artist who broke the glass ceiling and started performing.
Was it different in your way of promoting it that made it a huge single compared to other music, or was it just like you think a lot better song than the rest of the ones you were making?
I think like as an artist, when you're desperate, that's when you perform best. I mean, because music comes from your soul. So when you have nothing to lose, that's when you like succeed. That's when you do the best job that you can. I think it was a better song, and maybe good timing. And he was a DJ, so he could push it around clubs. You know,
that's smart. Yeah.
So it started from him, and then all the other DJs wanted the song, and that's how it got big through the clubs, actually.
Mm-hmm. Was that surprising to you? Like after 10 years, you're like, wow, this is.
That was insane. And then I told my dad, I told him, listen, let's do this. I'll quit college for 1 year. Mm-hmm. I'll make enough money to start my life better off. Like after I told him I could do like, I'll make like 100,000 shekels. It's like 27 grand American about. Mm-hmm. Told him I can make that maybe in a year, and that's it. And then I'll start my life with a little money. And he was like, you know what? Okay, do it. So that was the plan. But stuff has changed from then. Yeah. Stuff has really changed from then.
Mm-hmm. So, growing up, your dad's a like really well-known musician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I born into music. My dad is like he says, but I can't say that.
I'll say it for you.
You can.
He's basically Israeli Elvis.
I know.
I see that you made a really good work.
Yeah, she did research.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is how you do it. This is how you interview people. You come and you know already.
Thank you, guys.
I think it's the best questions that I ever heard.
That you were ever asked.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good. Nice.
So, he was playing a lot of his own music, like in the house, but outside of his own music, what kind of music were you listening
I can
to?
tell you the truth. Until 14, I never knew that I know to sing. Like I was all the day in the computer. I didn't go to school. I just was in the computer, and I don't know. Someday my teacher, my musical teacher in the school, came to me and said me to sing something. So I tried, and from then I think.
Yeah.
And from then I'm here right now.
Like that's when you realized that you could actually sing.
I didn't know that.
This guy is one of the best vocals in the world, guaranteed.
And how would you describe your personality back then?
Oh.
How were you as a kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I did a lot of.
Probably annoying.
Annoying.
I think so.
Nah, you're not annoying.
Outgoing.
I made a lot of mess.
Yeah.
Wherever I go.
He was a crazy kid and he still is.
Yeah, I was crazy. Everywhere.
And
did your dad teach you a lot about music when you were growing up?
Listen, my dad is older now, so I take few tips from him, but not all I need to take to me. You know what I mean? Because it's a new.
What's right for him isn't like.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not always right for you.
Yeah.
Because the generation switched.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what you meant.
Yeah.
How about with like songwriting and stuff? Or.
I'm writing. My father is not writing.
Yeah,
songs.
his dad didn't write songs.
Oh.
What I do, my brothers do. Study do.
Hey.
He's like my brother right now.
Like, I am your brother. What do you mean?
Yeah, but the real brother, bro.
I'm bro.
We have the same blood.
Brother from another mother.
But the same father, different grandmother.
Wow.
In my
That's a harsh family connection. What is that called? You should comment what is that called?
We are seven brothers.
If we're brothers
from another mother.
same
but the same father,
but a different
grandmothers.
Wow. Comment below what's the name of that family connection.
So when you were young, did you already know that you could like do a career in music, or did you have other options?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. When I was 17, I think my father told me come with me to the shows. Then I go with him to a few shows, and then I start to sing. Then I knew that this is what I want to do in my life. Then like him, I told myself I got 2 albums before I
he
met
put
him.
2 albums out before we met.
And it's not got so successful.
No, it didn't hit big. But he was also in a lot of reality shows in Israel. He was well known when we
Go
met.
to reality shows, guys.
Well, listen, it turned good for you. It turned out good for you.
But you auditioned one with your brother, right? And he's the one.
To the next star of Israel.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was like Rising Star kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like American
And
Idol, I guess.
didn't, get in.
But it worked for the best. Yeah, it worked for the best. I mean, compared to your brother, you're rocking it.
Is he still doing music, or?
Kind of, I think.
On and off, I think, no?
Yeah, on and off. Kind of.
But you never thought of being a duo with him?
Hey!
Come on.
What are you doing?
I have my partner.
What are you doing?
Breaking you guys up.
Never ever. What? I told you I released 2 albums before I met him, and nothing got success.
Yeah.
And after I met him and we put the first song and then the second song, it's like God touched. He's God and he touched me.
I'm not
what
God.
I feel.
Not God. Hashtag I'm not God.
I can't explain that, I swear.
How are you meeting people early on in music? Was it through your father, or you were making your own connections?
Yeah, my father have a lot of connections because he's like 40 years singer here.
Yeah.
And he still is famous. Like
he's
up
still
until
famous,
today.
yeah.
That's 40 years, that's
Wow.
insane.
And yeah, I think when I knew that I wanted to be a singer, so I tried to make a lot of connection with a lot of people, like TV,
Like media, radio.
all the media. But it's nothing give me the luck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just him.
Thank you.
I swear. we released the Balvin.
I'm his lucky token.
No one want
the
to.
mascot.
The radio didn't want to hear
Yeah,
us.
the radio didn't want to play us.
No one.
TV didn't want to play us. I mean, none of the traditional media were like responsive. They weren't like, they didn't respond well to Static and Benno because it was
know
so
how to
weird
eat
for
that.
them. Yeah, they couldn't like wrap their head around what are we doing. Like this type of music. I mean, the music that we do is like unique in a way which people don't always connect in
Something
first
weird,
hearing.
you know, music.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Strange
It's more
gang.
global, I feel, than they're used to. So how do you think, did you change their mindset, or?
I mean, by now, for sure.
Yeah, but
By
I mean,
now, for
early
sure.
on, like, how did they start
no,
getting
'cause
used to
I
your
think
sound?
we just released it to YouTube. We
Right.
drop it to YouTube.
And the community, the fans, they're
Yeah,
the ones who
community
actually
just
made it
call
work.
the radio and say, I want to hear that song. I want to
Exactly.
hear that song. And then
They, at the beginning, they were sure this is like a gimmick, like a thing that'll pass easily from the, like they thought it was like a one-hit wonder and we're done. And then we just started releasing hits after hits, and they had no choice but to accept it. Second single, they didn't play as well. Only on the third one, they were like, okay, something's happening. These guys
Let's
know what
check
they're
that.
doing.
Yeah.
And then you guys met through, like, mutual friends, or?
We actually met through another third rapper who, like, we had a collab, and they were looking for a hot vocalist for the chorus. So they wanted me to do it, basically. They wanted me to do it, and I said, no, I'm not good enough. We need to bring like a singer. And one of them said, listen, I know Benel. So I'm like, I don't know if he'll want to do it, and he actually didn't. He didn't want to do it.
Too cocky.
What?
What? You talking about me?
No, he didn't do it. Not because he was too cocky, he didn't like it. He actually, he was like, listen, this has bad words in it. I don't know if I should do it.
In America, you can't say that word.
Yeah,
But
in
Israel,
America
you
it's
can't.
good. Yeah, it has the word
It's
S
like
in it.
S,
like
yeah.
in Hebrew.
And in Israel, for a pop singer, you can't see S. It's like,
Now you can.
it's not respecting, you know what I mean? In Israel.
Yeah, we're like more
Yeah.
conservative.
Yeah.
But he did it,
I did it.
luckily,
Yeah.
and the song was a huge hit. So I was right then. I'm just saying, I was right. You should have done it.
What clicked to you to focus more on YouTube? Were other people in Israel like focusing on YouTube as much as you guys, or were you guys
They
kind
are
of the
now.
first people whose
They are now,
focus is-
but
YouTube
they were
got more bigger now in Israel, right?
Yeah, but they used to focus on radio and traditional media, but they were like they didn't like it.
So you guys kind of set the way, kind of early.
I mean,
on, yeah.
luckily for us and what we do, like this new Israeli pop, let's call it, we've been blessed and we're kind of the pioneers of this movement.
Yeah.
So that means that we had to eat all the garbage, you know, because all the mistakes were made by us. We had to learn the way, and now everyone can follow. You know how you. One guy needs to go through the woods and he has to cut off the trees, and all the other guys can just go across, right?
Yeah. Actually, what
Someone
was your
needs to build the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, what was your inspiration for doing this route? Like, were you looking more to American artists, or who are you looking for inspiration?
It wasn't inspiration. We just had no chance. There was no other way. I mean, they wouldn't play us. There's nothing we could do. Both of us, we didn't have a lot of money, so it's not like we could pay
I
off.
was in minus.
Yeah.
I just say, okay, I just give up and I wanna fly to America. I don't know where. Just go to work in a gas station. I don't know. I
Yeah,
swear.
we had no choice. We didn't have money. We couldn't pay anyone off. We didn't have connections. No one cared. Actually,
it's a good story.
it was like two kids with a good song. You know, who cares? You know what I mean?
And what made you guys decide to do a song in Portuguese?
Oh, I'm
that crazy guy. That crazy guy. I want to
love-
tell it. He came to the studio one day and say, "Tudo Bom, Tudo Bom." That guy is so crazy.
I mean,
swear.
I love Brazilian culture. I do capoeira, I play berimbau, it's like a traditional Brazilian instrument, and I love their music. They have like a cool music called baila funk, and I love it. So I was inspired by it. I listened to what those guys do, and I was like, I have to do it. I have to have a song like that. And that's how we tried to make Tudo Bom, but you know how you have an accent when you speak? So you have an accent in your music as well. So we wanted to do Brazilian funk, but then that came out. I mean, Tudo Bom is like a hybrid between us and them. And they actually liked it. Tudo Bom was number 3 on Spotify, Brazil.
Yeah, so it clicked automatically with the Brazilians, or?
Yeah. There was this one
Why
big
not?
YouTuber in Brazil who accidentally found out about the song. He was like,
Oh.
holy,
Then,
what?
yeah.
And then the Brazilians started like noticing it.
And then you met the ambassador, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, she knows everything.
I tell you.
How was that? Or how did he just find your song and then, because I have to meet you?
No, I mean, the song became so big in
Yeah.
Israel that he just had to say something about the fact that it's like Brazil and Israel, you know? He was like, he loved the idea of it. And he was new, I think, right? He just got his job. So imagining him coming from Brazil to Israel, and he's like, wow, they love us here. I mean, they have, the number 1 song is Brazilian. So I think that's what got him all hyped over it.
And what clicked you guys to do the reality TV together?
You know what? I have to give them credits, the producers, because they just had a bald idea. You know what? Let's get Static and Minnow. They're new, but we think they're good. Let's bring them out.
Give us a chance.
Right.
Good
And
chance.
in the beginning, everyone was like, what? They're like kids. They have
Yeah,
like
everyone
4
spoke about
singles
that.
out. Why would they even judge? And
How
we
they
rocked
can
it.
charge?
We
It's
killed
not
it.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it easy for you guys to transition
No.
into TV?
No.
Why now? I think it's
It wasn't easy. I think it was natural, but it's not easy.
It's not easy, but yeah,
It's
I
like
think
giving birth. It's natural, but it's not easy.
I think we don't play games. You know what I mean? So it was easy.
Yeah.
Not easy, but it was easy to sit there and.
Because we didn't fake it. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What clicked you guys to sign a 10-year deal with Capitol?
It was actually Mr. Saban. He found out about our music because he's Israeli, so he like listens to Israeli music and he liked our music. And then he was on a boat with the head of Universal and he told him, listen to these guys. And the guy at Universal said, listen, they're amazing. Get me in touch, let's sign them. So Chaim told him, no. I'm gonna sign them and you're gonna distribute. And that's exactly what happened.
And what clicked to you that the time is right? Because you also have to do more like like English music, right?
Right,
Yeah.
only English now. Like we're
Yeah.
dropping the Hebrew in the States. I mean, we still do Hebrew in Israel, but here it's gonna be only English. And we just felt like this is too big of an opportunity to even think of saying no.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have one chance at your dream. Would you not
Do
go
that.
for it? You have to. Follow your dreams. Dream Chaser Gang.
Will it change the
How
style
much
of
gangs you have?
So many. So many.
anything
don't
can
have
be a
so
gang
many,
now?
eh?
But none of them though are like bad. It's all good gangs.
Optimistic and
Yeah.
positive.
Always positive.
Do you think the style of the music or the lyrics will change now that you have to do it in English?
Yeah, because a different language is like, you know, languages have their own music.
Yeah.
So even when we speak, we have melody to us speaking, right? So when you transfer like from one language to another, then the whole thing just
change.
switches. I mean, all the syllables, like everything technical, you know, the syllables, the letters, the music, the slang, everything's so different. So you have to like make that transaction.
And will you have a separate team working with you on the English front now, or will you still be using the same people that you had before?
Our two managers, Yoav and Owen, who've been with us from day one, who actually made us a duo. So they're gonna be with us forever. I mean, they're still with us.
Yeah.
David, Jacqueline, Bernie,
But yeah, but now we have Jacqueline and everyone in Capital and Caroline.
Oh, I meant like the producers that you work
Oh,
with.
the musical
Yeah,
producers.
the
So
So we
our
still
producer
work
is called
with
Jordy,
Jordy.
and we're still gonna work with him. I mean, he's the number one guy.
He's a
Much
lot.
love, Jordy. We love you.
Jody,
Come to the
Love you,
States,
bro.
man. What's up?
miss you.
So I think I was asking you guys separately, but for Sadek, what do you like about Ben's personality?
About Ben's
I don't
personality?
have any person.
Because you already asked him that he said he's Jesus, so I'm like the other way now.
That I'm God, right?
Yeah, God.
Well, first of all, Benel translates to Son of God. Seriously.
Oh, really?
Benel in Hebrew
Oh.
means Son of God. So he's actually closer to God than me.
Papa.
But I'll tell you about Benel that, I mean, what I love most about him is the fact that, you know what? In order to make it big
crazy?
with someone, I mean, in order to follow your dreams and consistently, like we're doing this for 3 years and look, it's just getting bigger. So to do this with someone means he has a great heart and a great personality overall. It's not like one thing.
Love
Because
you.
otherwise it just wouldn't stick.
How did this song with J Balvin come about?
Wow, so when we wrote Tudo Bom in English, we were like, listen, we have to get like a cool feature on it. And we were looking someone to collab with.
J Balvin.
J Balvin was like the first name in the
Yes.
room because he's like a reggaeton god, right? So we were like, listen, and we were skeptical. We're like, if J Balvin could do it, it would be pretty lit, just saying. And he actually liked it, and it
Yeah.
actually happened. He just heard the song, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and he did it. It's the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay, you the man.
Dope, man.
What are the inspirations behind that song?
As we were talking about Brazilian culture and stuff, so it's all of that. I mean, their baila funk music is like, we were just jamming to it, and we were like, we have to have a song that sounds like this. So that's how it came to be.
Yeah. How would you say you guys have grown as a duo together?
Wow, we've changed so much. I mean,
Wow.
we've
I
been
think
through
we
so
start
much.
like everybody with the ego
Right.
a little bit, and I think I can tell about myself that I have zero ego now because I don't believe in
We're
it.
family now. It's
Yeah.
done. We're like,
No, it's not the family
we're
because
the same person.
you
now.
have you must not have. You must to delete all your ego when,
Right.
when you do that because you have a partner now.
Right. You're
And
not alone.
everything- Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah.
What does love mean to you guys?
Love. Wow, I think love is the only word that can be explained by words. Like you can't actually describe love, but if I would try to, I mean,
Emotions.
loving for me is like if you could give more than you want to get, that's loving. Like when you want to give someone and not take back, that's love.
Nice one.
Yeah. Last question.
Ooh, drum roll.
Oh, wait. Now we need music, okay?
Drum roll. And the last question is going to be.
Da-da-da-da.
What do you guys want to be remembered for?
Ooh, that's a
Okay,
tough one.
okay.
You know what? That's a tough one, but I'll say, like, if I want to be remembered as
Tariq?
a, like, genuinely good human being. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
More than success. A lot of people
Same,
have success,
same.
but you want to be like a good human being. I want, like, when I pass
good
off this
person, yeah.
earth, I want people not to have a single bad thing to say about me.
Yeah, I love that. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. We love you.
Bye. I got my own solo.
Call away.